Welcome back to one of the most unprofessional Lorcana channels on the internet today. My name is Seth with Grown Up TCG, and we are going to be looking at some decks today. Been about, I want to say this is the second weekend we've had of kind of like major tournaments out there, so the meta's really shaping up. Obviously, I like Sapphire Steel. I still want to play my Scar Finally King. I think that's a good card in the meta still. Except I'm not seeing it in a lot of decks, but I think there's something out there that possibly still could be good. Ruby Steel, I'm very interested in. Ruby Amethyst. I think Ruby got a lot of strong cards out of that 10. So I just kind of wanted to make this video today, and we'll kind of look at some decks, and we'll kind of look at the top 3 that are kind of like all over the place. Not really surprised. A little bit different from last meta. Last meta we had just an obvious bomb, which was Blurple. You know, Blurple was everywhere, but it's not looking like that too much this set. I mean, we're still seeing one of the decks from last meta still in the meta, dominating things. You know, got a lot stronger. But first, how many are we going for today? What's the number we're gonna go for? 18 likes. 18 likes on this video. I guess I'll make another one. But you know what? Probably going to make another one anyway because I just don't know what else I would do with myself. So I hope you guys are having a good day today. And hopefully, it's about to get a little bit better after you see this. So let me turn you guys around here. And all right. So obvious, you know, Amethyst Steel, it's everywhere. Going to take a look at one of the winning decks here. All right, here we go. So we got Amethyst Steel. I kind of looked over some of these before I started recording, and it looks like, I mean, there are some new stuff in here. This Lexington, I think, is like very strong. It's a crazy card, this set. It's everywhere. The Cheshire Cat also I'm very interested in. So I used to play a lot of purple back when I first started playing the game. I played a lot of Ruby Amethyst. I played a lot of Purple Steel myself, but I was playing like Purple Steel aggro. This was back when like Maleficent was still around, and like I was playing like the Arthur, where like I think when he challenged something, you gained 2, or I can't remember what it was, but I used to play like the Arthur, the Maleficent, where you played it and drew a card. What was the other one there? I'm trying to think of it now. Benjas. I was playing like Benjas and like all kinds of stuff. Like the Pinocchio, I think it was like I think he was just like a 1/1 that quested for 3. But yeah, long time ago. That was many metas ago. But I played a lot of purple. I played a lot of purple. What was it? Amethyst and Emerald. Played some discard stuff for a while. I did enjoy that deck. I think I played it in the set 6. Maybe it was set 6 or set 7 championship. But very good deck. But I've always been interested in purple, and I'm very interested in this card here. I think it's a great card in the meta. In the right deck, I think it could do wonders for people. Obviously, we're seeing Docs, we're seeing Calhoun's. I like Calhoun still. Palace Guard is interesting because I feel like there's no need to really play Vanish stuff anymore because we got a lot of better cards, but we're still seeing Dumbos. Dumbos actually like dropped half in price since what it was, 37. It's looking like it's saying here. I remember last meta, this card was like $60, $70. It was insane. Tinkerbell, which is still a big card in the meta. I like this card a lot still. It's been amazing since set 1. And these strengths, but this is kind of like the typical build that we're seeing from Amethyst Steel. Just a lot of good characters, a lot of good removal, some good card draw. The last meta, right? Like this was a very different deck, kind of. I mean, we were still seeing like oh yeah, the new Hades is in here too, which is still good. Like you either bounce something or draw 2 cards. I mean, it's totally up to your opponent. If this card was up to you, I think it would be like insane. It's still pretty darn good, I would say, because being able to bounce something off the board or draw 2 cards, like it's kind of like 50-50. It depends kind of, I think, like more where you're at in the game, whether or not your opponent's going to let something get bounced or they're just going to let you draw 2 cards. It kind of all depends on like what the status of the game is. But this deck was looking very different like last meta. Like we were seeing like a lot of Dumbos, a lot of Genies, a lot of accomplished Mystics. We were seeing a lot of like TikToks and like a lot of Vanish stuff. The Palace Guard 2 was in here. I don't know if Diablo was in here. Maybe it was. But I've seen like people play this and I've seen people not play this. But it looks like a very different deck. Obviously, Elsa, she's gonna be everywhere. She's amazing. Giant Cobra was another one that was in their last meta. But just a very, very solid list. You know, I can see why it's doing well. It's a solid deck. You know, I'm typically I'm interested in steel. I like steel, but I'm playing around with some ruby steel. So we'll see what happens with the ruby steel stuff. But let's take a look at the other decks here. All right, here we go. So Sapphire Steel. So I've seen this deck be built different ways, with Jasmine or without Jasmine. Cindy, I think, is like crazy. It's just such a good card. I've only pulled 2 so far, my personal self. I want to play this deck just to try it out because I was playing like a Sapphire Steel kind of build last set, just kind of like to play around. It was like more of the allies type stuff. Vincenzo Santorini, which is good. This new Headless Horseman. I think this is expensive, but I've been seeing some people get success with it. Goliath, I've only pulled 1. So like I'm missing a lot of cards that I need to play in some of these decks. Pleakley is another one. Like sometimes I see people playing it, sometimes I don't. There's another version of Sapphire Steel where I just see them playing like no 1-drops. They're just playing Tipos, they're playing Sales, they're playing Cindy's, they're playing the Detective Mickeys. Like they're just ramp, high cost characters. Vincenzo, Goliath, Tinkerbell, I guess this Headless Horseman. But he hurled his Thunderbolt. Some people don't like this card. I think that's very good. I mean, yes, we lost 1 damage from it from when it was I'm blanking. Zeus. I'm blanking. But whatever. The 4 cost that was uninkable that dealt 5 damage. I mean, also in Ruby Steel, I like this card because we have a lot of deities in Ruby Steel too. So this could do wonders like Hercules. You know, we could use it on Hercules. We could use it on a lot of things. So even though we're still only dealing 4 damage, there's a lot of things. Like we just saw the last Purple Steel deck where it was playing like Lexingtons and like Palace Guard. I mean, that doesn't matter, but we're seeing a lot of characters that have 4 willpower. So this could definitely do something. Like a lot of people are playing that Red Diablo that's like the new Smee, I guess. That's 3/3 that quests for 2 in Ruby. You know, this can kill a lot of things. I mean, I don't like Beyond the Horizon. I mean, some people do, some people don't. I just think there's other ways to draw cards. I just don't like the card personally. But let me see if there's a different build. Okay, so this is a different kind of build. Oh wow, yeah. So this is very different actually. So Sudden Scare, it's another interesting card. I do like it. The fact that it's inkable, I think, is why a lot of people are playing with it. And once you're ramping, it like kind of like when you use this, it doesn't really matter if you give your opponent another ink and let them like draw an extra card or whatever, because you're still just taking things off the board. So at the state of the game, you're trying to get that board control anyway. This is a much different build. Captains, Tipos, Pete's. I've been seeing some lists with Pete, putting Pete back in. Some people like it, some people don't. Oh, the Kita, that's what I was trying to think of. The Kita, that's the other ramp card that I'm seeing people playing. Sales, Tipos, Kitas, Cindy's, Like they're just trying to ramp and get to all this big stuff. So once you get to all this big stuff, it's very hard for your opponent to deal with these kinds of things. But I like this one better than the other one, to be honest with you. I really do. I like this list a lot better. All right, let's look at one. The other. So it's kind of between these two. I still feel like dogs is a viable deck this format, but Emerald Sapphire has been seeing a lot of good tournament results also. Because people are still playing the Clarabelles, and we're like look at this. We're only playing 4 1-drop, and then we got Tipo, we got Cindy, we got this where is it? The Perfect Gentleman. Like being able to draw an extra card. Some people like this card. I don't like it because I don't want to give my opponent any advantage, but in the Basils, I don't know. This just really isn't the deck for me. Like it's just not something that I have any desire to play, but it is an interesting color combo. I mean, I like Baja Blast, honestly. I'm a big Baja Blast drinker myself. But we're seeing the new Malicious, Mean, and Scary combined with this Prince Philip. The John Silver, which is another card I'm seeing in a lot of these decks. So we got 2 different Clarabelles to hit this light on her hooves. 80s Infernal Schemer I love. I think it's a solid, great card. Sail Vision, Spooky Sight. So I was like, I don't know what I was thinking when I first saw this card, but I didn't know that it hit my characters too. I thought it said when I first saw it, I thought it was opponents' characters, but then I was talking to somebody and they were like, you know, it hits your cards too, right? And I was like, wait, what? I was like, it does? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. If I didn't read the card so fast, maybe I would have known that. But so some lists are seeing this, some are not. I feel like in the first week we were seeing it a lot more. Now coming into the second week, we're not seeing this card as much. I still think it's a good card. We got Under the Sea, Heads Held High, You're Welcome, Malicious, Mean, and Scary, which is a very good new green removal. And we got some new green ramp too with the new Webby, the new Webby. So green is looking good. I like green. You know, like I said, I played Amethyst and Emerald before, so I do like green. I think it's got a lot of good things in the set, but it just looks good. Let's see if the different list here real quick, and then it there. This is kind of the same thing. So one of the things I was thinking about was if you were gonna shift, right? If you had this guy out and you were gonna shift with 6 ink or whatever. Can you sing Malicious, Mean, and Scary with the Prince and then shift the Prince on top after you sing? I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. But that sounds just broken to me. Bend to My Will, I've been seeing too in some lists. You're Welcome, Malicious, Mean, and Scary, 1 jump ahead, because this gives you that extra kind of consistency, making sure you hit that ramp on turn 2. But yeah, second week, I'm seeing a lot of good decks out there. Like I said, I'm still playing around with some things. I'm trying to build some stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the meta, how things are shaping up. Are we going to see some more decks coming out there? I think so. I think we're not fully into knowing what's going to happen with this meta. So if you guys could, just please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are messing around with. Let me know what you guys are playing with. And I will see you guys in the next video.